It's a question that has rumbled on for over a year now. Who will be the next James Bond? While we're no closer to getting an answer, it seems more and more names are in the frame to step into the iconic tuxedo as 007. From household names such as Henry Cavill and Tom Hiddleston to less recognizable, but no less talented, actors, we've highlighted 25 actors who could either be the next James Bond or have addressed the possibility of replacing Daniel Craig. Producers Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson have already set out their stall, hinting that they want the next James Bond to play the role for a decade. Wilson has specifically mentioned a 30-something Bond. That might knock Cavill out of the running, while Idris Elba has seemingly ruled himself out anyway. Another actor who's taken themselves out of the running is Taron Egerton, who recently told Total Film, "Yeah. I mean, I think they've already got someone, and it's not me. But who could that someone be?" We've got the likeliest candidates below, as well as a few wildcard entries to shake and stir things up. Grab your martini and settle in for our roundup of the 25 actors we think could be the next James Bond by Bradley Russell. Contributions from Molly Edwards. There's a new contender in the running to replace Daniel Craig as James Bond. The UK newspaper, The Sun, reports that actor Aaron Taylor-Johnson had a successful screen test in September and has producer Barbara Broccoli's seal of approval. Could the kick-ass star be the next 007? Tom Hardy is a favorite to take over as James Bond due to his impressive action roles in films like The Dark Knight Rises and Mad Max. However, at nearly 50 years old, his age may be a concern for the franchise's future plans. The producers may opt for a younger actor to avoid a Roger Moore in a view to a kill situation. Henry Cavill, known for his role in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. and as the Man of Steel, is a potential frontrunner for the role of James Bond. He has the looks and charm, and even previously auditioned for the role in 2005. However, his departure from the Witcher series and his high level of name recognition may go against him in the eyes of Bond producers. Idris Elba, known for his cool demeanor and impressive acting portfolio, has been a top fan choice to become the next James Bond. While age may be a factor, Elba is 50. His role as the London detective in Luther showcases his presence and ability to handle a rogues gallery with ease. Although Elba has denied rumors of him playing Bond, producer Barbara Broccoli has confirmed that he has been part of discussions. Elba remains committed to his role in Luther and has reaffirmed that he will not be the next JB. Regé-Jean Page, the Duke of Hastings in Netflix's hit series Bridgerton, is being touted as the next James Bond. With Pierce Brosnan's seal of approval, he's the favorite among fans. He's also set to star in a reboot of The Saint, the show that gave Roger Moore his start before he became Bond. Lashana Lynch's performance in No Time to Die has caused buzz about her potentially taking over the Bond franchise. However, the creative team insists that James Bond will remain a male character. Daniel Craig believes there should be better female roles, like Lynch's character Nomi. The question remains if the franchise is ready to move forward without Bond as the lead. Actor Cillian Murphy is being considered for the role of James Bond due to his versatility and range shown in various projects, such as Peaky Blinders and A Quiet Place Part 2. However, there are concerns about whether he can handle the demands of a franchise, as he typically plays supporting roles and is one of the older candidates at 45 years old. Actor Sam Heughan, known for his roles in Outlander and SAS, Red Notice, has addressed speculation about playing James Bond. He passed a secret audition for the role in Red Notice and said Bond would be a fascinating character study. However, at 41, he may be considered too old to lead a new action franchise for the next 2 decades. Many speculators believe the next Bond will likely fall into this category. Actor Soap Dirisu, known as Elliot in Gangs of London, could be a contender for the role of James Bond. The 31-year-old has impressed with physical stunts, and being among the youngest potential contenders could give him an edge. Dirisu has acknowledged being linked to the Bond franchise, particularly since his standout performance in Gangs of London. Richard Madden is being tipped to be the next James Bond, with his recognizable but not too big name, stoic and always with a one-liner. Producers are eyeing him up for the role, with his strong performances in The Bodyguard and Game of Thrones, and at 36, he is the same age as Daniel Craig when he was cast as 007. The franchise's future would be in safe hands with Madden. Jack Lowden is being rumored as a top contender to play James Bond after his role in Apple's series Slow Horses. Though he claims he doesn't envy the task of picking a replacement, his co-star Kristen Scott Thomas thinks he'd be very good at it. Could Dev Patel be the next James Bond? His accomplished performances in films like The Green Knight and TV shows like The Newsroom make him a strong candidate. In a recent interview, Patel expressed his delight at being part of the conversation but also acknowledged that many young British actors have been linked to the iconic role in the past. Only time will tell if Patel will get the chance to play the famous spy. Tom Hiddleston's suitability as the next James Bond has been discussed due to his role in The Night Manager miniseries. Despite not having a physical presence like past Bonds, he exudes charisma and has a silver tongue, making him a believable candidate. However, his schedule may be complicated due to his commitment to Loki. Bookmakers say James Norton is the frontrunner to be the next James Bond. Though his character in McMafia, Alex, differs from Bond in several ways, they share some similarities. Norton meets many of the criteria for the role, such as not being overexposed and having many years left in his career. This could be the right time for Norton to become the next Bond. Jonathan Bailey, known for his role as Anthony in Bridgerton, has an impressive repertoire of work in theater and on screen. At 34, he's a potential candidate to play James Bond with his charm, good looks, and killer instinct, much like former Bond, Pierce Brosnan. Henry Golding could make history as the first Asian actor to play James Bond. Golding stated that Bond could be played by anyone regardless of gender or ethnicity. With roles in Snake Eyes, Crazy Rich Asians, and The Gentleman, Golding has shown his range as a potential 007. However, the box office disappointment of Snake Eyes may hinder his chances. Jamie Bell, known for his role in Billy Elliot and the failed Fantastic Four reboot, could be the next James Bond. His career trajectory mirrors Daniel Craig's, starting in smaller budget films before taking on MI6. Bell's talent can be seen in Snowpiercer, Rocketman, and his BAFTA-nominated role in film Stars Don't Die in Liverpool. Could Bond finally be his blockbuster leading role? Only time will tell. John Boyega, known for his role in Star Wars, has expressed interest in playing the next James Bond. "We could show them something different," Boyega said in a recent interview with MTV. Boyega has experience in other big blockbusters, but his name recognition may work against him. Would you like to see Boyega as the next 007? Will Poulter may be taking on a big role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. While he hasn't addressed rumors of playing James Bond, he has ideas for the franchise, saying a more psychologically complex and granular approach would be better than treating Bond as a caricature. Dan Stevens, known for his role as the Beast in Beauty and the Beast, may be the next James Bond. With his potential for an introspective yet frenetic 00 agent and his impressive range demonstrated in the Netflix film Eurovision, Stevens could be the perfect fit for the iconic role. Daniel Kaluuya would make a great James Bond, despite his preference to play a villain. The multifaceted actor is known for his roles in Widows and Judas and the Black Messiah, proving he has the range and dangerous presence to play 007. While some previous Bond actors have been one note, Kaluuya's ability to take the role in any direction makes him a strong candidate. Clive Standen, known for his roles in Vikings, Camelot, and the Taken TV series, is being speculated as a potential candidate for the next James Bond. With a timeless quality and suaveness across his roles, bookmakers have consistently listed him as a frontrunner. Is Standen the next Bond? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson wants to be the next James Bond, following in the footsteps of his grandfather who played a villain in You Only Live Twice. However, one major obstacle could be his American nationality, as no one from the US has played Bond before. Despite this, Johnson believes he has what it takes to be the suave British spy, saying, "I don't want to be a villain. Got to be Bond." Tom Hopper is a contender for the next James Bond role after a surge in the betting market. The Umbrella Academy actor has the action chops and the look for the role. Hopper says James Bond is a dream role for any British actor and is happy to be in the conversation. Chiwetel Ejiofor is rumored to be the next James Bond and has an extensive body of work including an Oscar nom for 12 Years a Slave and roles in blockbusters like The Lion King and Doctor Strange. He can balance nuanced character work and explosive physical performances, making him a contender for the best Bond.